and I didn't work out once. I'm 60 now and I never do cardio. I hate cardio. I eat like a pig and I smoke. So there you go. Everything's still pretty good.
Rick Owens' severe aesthetic permeates through almost everything he touches. Of course, this extends to his body. The 60-year-old is in fantastic shape. He's old enough to be your grandfather and is more shredded than anyone you probably know. When I started hitting the gym, this is the exact physique that I wanted, but I had no idea how to achieve it. Let's break down 3 things that I think make him look impressive. Number 1 is definitely his leanness. Due to this low level of body fat, you can see all of the muscle in his body. If you think about it, he really is not that big. He just looks like he has more muscle because he has less fat. You hear about bodybuilders cutting in order to reveal the muscle underneath. It's very impressive that he can maintain this year round, but I'll say more on that later. The second reason why he looks so impressive is his shoulders. When I was new to the gym, I really didn't understand what shoulders were. I really neglected them for the first year and a half that I trained. I think that shoulders are definitely one of the most important muscles to make your physique look impressive. So if you look at Rick's shoulders, he has these like really nice cap delts. This creates separation between the rest of your torso, and it just makes your whole physique look more mature. If you're new to the gym and you're interested in a Rick type physique, you gotta train your shoulders. Maybe even do a whole day dedicated to shoulders. And the third reason, which is probably the most important, is his consistency. This guy hits the gym 5 to 6 days a week for the last 30 years. And if you look at his physique, it's kind of this old, gnarled look. This really can only be achieved through years and years and years of training. It really does look like a maintenance build. It looks like he used to have significantly more size. Like as he's gotten older, he's started maintaining the muscle that he has. And in addition, keeping his body fat low. Obviously, you can't fast track 30 years in the gym. If you want to look exactly like this one day, then you should definitely get in the gym now. Now, all of this to say that he did do steroids back in the day. I definitely don't think it's a stretch at all to think that he's probably on TRT at this point. TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. I'm no expert on this, but the basics of it are natural testosterone producers stop producing at such a high level. Therefore, we need a supplement to maintain your testosterone levels, and this is where TRT comes in. So there's not a lot of available info on what he actually took. It's well known that the benefits of steroids persist long after the cycle's over, and because he's already accumulated this lean tissue while he was on cycle, it will be easier to maintain later. And then you combine that with 5 to 6 days of training for 30 years, and it's no wonder he has a lean body composition. What is interesting though is as far as his diet goes, he claims to eat a lot. I saw in one interview, he says he goes to a restaurant and gets a cheeseburger and a slice of chocolate cake, but he says that he has a high metabolism so he can handle this. On top of all of that, he hates cardio. Diet and cardio are probably the 2 ways that a normal person would stay lean, and he does neither of those. That is also something to consider. But with all of that being said, I don't think this physique is unattainable at all. I think that a normal person through consistency and discipline could definitely look like this. I will say that this look is not built overnight. I think as someone who's young and able to put on mass relatively easily, after like a bulk and a cut, you could look similar to this.
Every day, I only have 3 routines that I repeat over and over again. So I'm going to do like chest and triceps and stomach and calves on Monday, and then something else on Tuesday, something else on Wednesday, and then go back Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So I just repeat those 3 routines every day.
All right, so based on what we actually know, I'm going to try and put together a Rick Owens workout split. First thing we know is Rick Owens hates cardio. He works out 5 to 6 times a week for about 1 hour. For each workout, he hits 1 leg part, 2 upper body parts, abs, and then he stretches. He listens to techno while he works out, so do with that information what you will. His focus is not on his weight or his PRs, it's more of like what feels good. This is a pretty common debate between gym people. Some people like to track their stuff, some people just kind of do what feels right, so he seems to be on the other end of that coin. And then we can actually figure out exactly what gym equipment he uses, and that kind of narrows down like what you can even do in the gym. So this is the gym he has in his Paris home. As you can see, it's pretty minimal, but you can tell he has a lat pull down machine here. He has cables, standard cables. There's a pull-up bar here. This thing, I think it's a hamstring curl, but I'm not 100% sure. This is like an incline leg press, and then he has this isometric chest press. I don't know what his deal is with that, but he like used it for this champion thing. So bro is stoked on the isometric chest press, it seems. Oh, it's an incline chest press. That makes way more sense. Yeah, he has a dumbbell rack, and that's about it. So this is the full list of what he has, and then using that that, you can kind of start to put together a split. So based on all this, here's the Rick Owens split. We have day 1 because he actually told us what it was. So that's calves, chest, triceps, abs, and stretch. And then day 2, hamstring for the leg movement, back, bicep, and then do hanging abs rather than abs on the floor. And then day 3 leaves quads. I put shoulders for both because your shoulder is like 3 muscles, and as we talked about earlier, Rick Owens' shoulders are insane. So even if he's not training shoulders this much, you more than likely need to if you want this type of physique. The stretch is open, I don't know, like just stretch, I guess. And then it repeats like he said, and then day 7 is a rest. So I went ahead and broke down what the first 3 days could look like. If you want this document, it's actually available to download below, and I will have the day 4, day 5, day 6 workouts in there as well. The way I'm thinking about this is kind of like do the same muscle groups, but you kind of change like the specific muscle you hit. So for instance, day 1 you hit upper chest. On day 4, when you hit chest again, you would hit lower chest type of thing. But yeah, now I'm gonna get dressed and go to the gym. I'm gonna hit this day 3 shoulder workout because as we talked about, shoulders are one of the most important parts of Rick Owens' physique. I'm gonna go ahead and get to that, and I'm gonna bring you along for that. I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna hit the day 6 shoulder workout, and I updated all the workout. Go check out that document. The big difference on day 6 is you use cables and your lateral raises, and I was kind of feeling that today. I'm just gonna try and do what Rick does, not really focus on the weight, but just try and get a really good contraction and feel it out. So we don't really have any specifics on Rick Owens' pre-workout ritual. We know he loves espresso, we know he smokes, so he's a big stem guy, and he likes nootropic. I thought the brain and muscle focus from Bucked Up would be a good way to simulate that. It has dynamine and huperzine A in it, which are both nootropic, and nicotine is a nootropic, and on top of that 333 milligrams of caffeine. So it's really meant to keep you locked in and foster that mind-muscle connection that Rick Owens looks for when he's working out. On top of all that, it's like black because it's got these like minerals in it. So I'm about to pour up, and then we're gonna get in there. I'm not gonna drink this yet to warm up my hips before I do anything with legs, so I'm gonna just hit that first because I want this to like smack me while I'm on the leg press. That's when I'm gonna need it the most for sure. Also, can't forget to blast techno the whole time. Other than that, I think it's time to go.